What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards for an impromptu, semi-impromptu, because I said I was going to do it, live stream. So for those watching in the future, this is the standard issue live stream Q&A that I do on occasion. So I will be taking questions and comments from chat and kind of seeing where it goes. I do have a hard out tonight, so I cannot go probably much more than an hour, which I know I always say that, and then I go way longer. But I do need to try to wrap up in about an hour or so. Nothing has happened today in the world of sports cards, unfortunately, so we have no breaking news or hot news to talk about, so I'm not sure what we could possibly have to discuss. It's been a wild day between the PSA thing and then the CSG thing. What is up, chat? How's the mic sound? I sound okay? I've been having some weird issues with the mic when I record normal videos. I don't know if it's affecting the lives or not. It's just been, I don't know. I don't know what it's been doing lately. Crystal clear. Okay, perfect. I'm going to say this a couple times before I lose track of everything and this gets out of control. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, I am a guest on Reggie Collects to talk about comic books. I am coming on as a guest on his show to discuss the comic book market from a sports card collector's essentially point of view of have we come in and invaded their marketplace. He's an absolutely fantastic YouTube channel if you have not watched him. But check out Reggie Collects tonight, 10 p.m. I'm going to mention it a couple times. You'll be seeing my ugly mug on there talking about how the evil eye of Sauron of the sports card collectors has come and pillaged the land of the comic book collectors. So I get to play the bad guy. But yeah. All right, let's dive into chat as things fill up. And like I said, I'll probably mention that a couple times throughout this. I'll just start with Step Back Sports Cards since he was just busting me off camera. What's the deal with the basketball market? I just think everyone's bored with NBA right now until the playoffs start. I just think there's real NBA fatigue. All right, let me scroll up a little bit, make sure I didn't miss anything. How long till CGC triples their pricing? Another month after that one. Samuel, I am not current on Lamar's select pricing, so I would just have to look at comps, and if it's under comps, then yeah, you probably did pretty good. If it's over comps, then you probably didn't. Still holding on to Wander. When do you anticipate him call up in time to sell? I have no Wander to hold. I never had any Wander. I am intrigued by his prices. I'm not ready to buy yet. I feel like I'm probably going to miss the window, but his stuff is getting down there. It's in the it has me curious phase. I'm not in the I'm going to run out and buy a bunch phase, but I'm definitely going, when it comes to Wander Franco's prices. If I did a Wander Franco play, it would most likely be a star stock thing where I could get in it quick and get out of it quick. So like if he gets called up and there's a big price spike or whatever, just kind of sell into that and then be done with it and move on. But yeah, we'll see. I am intrigued by his current pricing trends though. Oh, did CGC post pricing on their new site? I didn't look at it yet. I did hear Carson created a grading company. He reached out to me at the worst possible time. Carson did. I was out of town most of last week, actually. And he reached out to me the day I was leaving. And I just have not had any time to get caught back up and look at his stuff yet. No breaking GMA news or Topps bunt. No. You could go clean the kitchen. What role players will go up during the playoffs? I mean, it sounds kind of dumb, but the ones that play well. I specifically have my eye on the Suns guys, as I've previously mentioned. but that's just because I kind of like them already, and that's Cam Johnson and Miles Bridges. I think they have two things going for them. They're young and they're relatively cheap. So even if they don't go off during the playoffs, I don't think they're a terrible hold in the next season. That being said, I haven't bought any of them. I have a bunch of Cam Johnson laying around from stuff that I ripped, but I really don't have any Miles Bridges. But if I was targeting role players, I would probably go for those two. Buying into the Knicks like RJ Barrett. Also, what do you think about LeBron or Tatum? If you haven't bought LeBron stuff, I mean, his stuff's probably about as cheap as it's, I don't want to say ever going to get, but I mean, the LeBron market is pretty soft at the moment. I am a slight buy on Tatum. I already have a lot of Tatum, so it's not like I'm looking to pull the trigger on him. And then when it comes to the Knicks, no, I am not a fan of RJ Barrett at all. I have been notoriously not a fan of RJ Barrett in the wonderful world of the basketball market. Will the new AI tech at PSA affect the prices of older slabs? I don't think so. I saw that a lot in my comments today. I don't really think the new PSA grading affects anything. It's not taking over. It's assisting humans to grade faster. It's, they're not, I don't think they're going to change. I'd be shocked if they ever change their label. They're not changing the grading scale. It's not like there's going to be one that comes out with a big stamp on it that says AI on it, or whatever the heck the thing's called, graded this card. So I don't necessarily understand the whole our old PSA label is going to be worthless compared to new ones. I just don't see that at all. What is up, Dominic Gabriel? Marvel Madness MCU, I don't know. I'm primarily going on the talk about comic books. I may mention it because it was I think it was a semi-gateway that crossed some people over from sports cards to comic books. So Joker is the MVP. I don't think it's close. Step back. To be honest, the 90s basketball market better than I do. I just do not follow the 90s basketball market at all. I really don't pay too close attention to the non-active player market other than like Jordan and Bird and stuff like that. But like the Shaq, Iverson, Garnett, Ray Allen stuff, I never look at those prices. I could not tell you anything about that stuff. Looking at getting a handful of Deadpool SGCs over the next few years. That could be PSA resubs before the next Deadpool. Any desire to chase those yourself? Not really. I am more bullish on grading the Marvel cards that I have and selling them than buying them already graded and flipping. That's just my personal opinion. What's your thoughts on how the sports card market will be after PSA comes back to normal? I don't know that it changed much with them being closed down, to be quite honest with you. The only thing I see with the PSA closure is it's going to be weird for a while on population counts on like Prism and Select. Like that stuff's going to be weird. Like it's going to be artificially low, and I think it's going to artificially inflate the prices perhaps on like base Prism. Because like LaMelo base Prism might go there, and that's about it until it opens back up again. So like, I don't know. Is there going to be a lot of Tyrese Halliburton base Prism floating around come the start of next season? And I would not overpay for that stuff. I really think this class, when it comes to a Prism base market and PSA slabs, is a really big stay away. I think those prices are going to be extra inflated because of the artificially scarce PSA pop numbers. But those cards really aren't that rare. And eventually that number will even itself out. Do you ever see these key comic issues dropping below prices from this month or a month ago? I could see them maybe coming back to these prices. And maybe they drop below. Like Ultimate Fallout 4 is like, I don't know, $3,000, $3,500 right now. I could see that getting back down to like the mid twos, but I don't think you're ever going to like lose your ass on it. Like New Mutants 98 popped up to $3,500. It's down to like 20. You could probably find one for 2,500 right now, maybe 2,750. They've been kind of bouncing around between 2.5 and 2.8K. I just don't know if I see it going much lower than that. Maybe it goes back down to 2K. I don't know. Because we're also going to be due for like movie announcements and stuff. It just depends. I mean, my whole thought process on the comic market, not to get too far into this because I'm going to be talking about this later tonight. It's the safe play. From a macro point of view, I think you're going to be fine. If you track it week to week, yeah, you might incur some losses some week. But if you look at it year over year, I think it's going to be perfectly fine, which is how I'm approaching the comic book market. I'm not buying most of these books to flip in 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. I'm buying them to sell in maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4 years, if not longer, depending on the comic book. Been selling a lot of MJ cards lately. Could this be due to the Hall of Fame announcement? I don't think so. It might have something to do. I mean, I think it's just cyclical. His stuff was way up. It's come down now. His prices are the cheapest they've been for a while. So then people go, MJ's too cheap. Let me jump back in on that. It could be a combination of that plus Kobe plus, the which calls it movie, Space Jam 2 coming out. Just a lot of different odds and ends of things. Thank you, Vic. Yeah, I agree. Step back May/June for Franco. That's why I think there's still a little bit of time to let those fall a little bit more. Marvel medals are very tough grades. Anthony says, bought my first graded card, PSA 10, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield stuff is hot at the moment. His stuff's been seeing really nice increases the last couple weeks. Oh, yeah, Mikhail Bridges, not Miles. Sorry, got my Bridges mixed up. Bridges in Madison County. What impact will the AI have on PSA grading and when will it be implemented? I thought I saw some stuff flying around today that it's possible that the AI grading could take up to a year to be fully implemented. Beyond that, I think it's, what we talked about in the video earlier today. The fingerprint thing is extremely intriguing to me. But I think in general, it's going to be designed to speed things up. The human grader, my guess, is going to get the card with like a pre-grade sheet from the computer. I literally have no idea. I'm just assuming this is how it works. And they're going to look it over and like verify it. But I'm completely talking out of my ass here. But that's how I envision this working is that the AI is going to work hand in hand with a human to give the human information that's going to speed up the process for the human. That's my speculation. Like the human's just basically double checking the grade and checking like eye appeal stuff that a computer can't judge. Wonder makes series 2 or update. I think it'll depend on when he's called up. And I always get confused how the top true rookie stuff works. That's why I hate baseball. It's so goddamn confusing. Do you feel PSA/BGS grading at $10 to $15 days are over? Yes, 100%. You will never grade a card with PSA for under $25, I don't think, going forward. Maybe on like a 1-year bulk thing or something. To be fair, Brian, RJ Barrett has gotten a lot better this season. He started pretty rough. He just has so many games where he's invisible. But he has been playing a lot better lately. I will definitely give him credit there. The back half of this season, he has gotten much, much better. He was one of my number one sell before the season starts targets. I still stand by that. I mean, the whole NBA market's down, so you made money if you sold everybody before the season started. But I don't know. I think RJ Barrett is never going to be Batman. He could maybe be Robin. I'm trying to think. I think RJ Barrett's best case scenario is like Chris Middleton, if that makes sense. Anyone believe HGA uses AI? I mean, I feel like anyone could just have like an Epson scanner and like Adobe Premiere and is like, we use AI. You know what I mean? I don't know, because they've been dodgy about showing that. I really want to give them a chance. I'm excited to submit Marvel cards to HGA once they open that up. Natsman in the house too. God damn. God damn. Natsman and Stepback. Holy shit. Do you think the Joker will get a bump if he wins MVP? Seems it might not be priced in as many people keep trying to say anyone could win it. It's going to be a tricky one. I like the Joker MVP. I'm not usually a big awards guy, but this season's a little weird with MVP because I don't think it's baked into the price as much. The Jamal Murray injury, I think, is going to take away any major price bump he would have got. Because the thing with Joker is if that team was at full strength, they would have had a good chance to go deep into the playoffs, plus the MVP factor, plus the allure of the finals. So, like, just a lot going on there. With him losing Jamal Murray, I think that hurts them a little bit. There are some HGA slabs on eBay that you could track down in Marvel cards. They sent some test ones out. I thought Scarecrow was a DC character. I don't think HGA's days are numbered. They're going to be around. There's always going to be room for the smaller companies because not everyone's. PSA is going to turn into like the premier grading place. Like they're not going to want spoilers for like a PSA submission video that might be dropping tomorrow. PSA, hold on. Let me make this bigger. All right. PSA doesn't want this anymore. This is what PSA doesn't want to grade anymore. So there's going to be okay, I think we're back. I think I might have dropped for a second there. PSA doesn't want to grade this anymore. They want to grade stuff like this. They want to grade this, not this. There's still going to be people that want to grade this. So they're going to need a home to send this. That's what the other companies are for. I think that's the long-term play with grading. Is Luca a buy right now or wait? I don't know what. Give me 1 second. Let me make this smaller again. I feel like the stream was chugging there for a second. Is Luca a buy right now? I lost my question. Is Luca a buy right now or wait until the Mavs get bounced? I just bought Luca, so I think Luca's a buy right now. Personally. A big Luca card coming. Not huge by Luca standards, but is the stream stable? Are we good? See, that was buffering. I'm just giving stream a minute to kind of do its thing. How are we looking? Are we stable? Can chat confirm to me that the stream seems to have stabilized? Looks like it went funky there for a hot minute. But I think chat is behind now. Okay, cool. I think I caught back up. All right. Let me go back to questions. I lost track. I'm going to actually... I heard Tony Stark starting a card grading company. I may have missed some questions in the middle there. Sorry, guys and girls. Things buffered out. Chat went a little wonky. If PSA for high end and HGA, CSG, GMA for low end, where does BGS fall in the long term? Probably in the middle. I think BGS is in the middle. Like the upper middle. Like I think BGS is still going to be number 2. All right, let me get caught back up on questions here. Any good X-Men graded comics under 100? I think you could get like a first Jubilee for around 500. I think you could get a first. You definitely get like a first Bishop for under that price. I don't know what like a first Rogue goes for. You could get some cool covers. Classic covers seem to be going up. I'm just scrolling back up through chat to see if I missed anything crazy. Thanks for the super chat, whoever sent that. I'm sorry I missed that. That was when the stream started buffering out. Whoever fired in the super chat, thank you very much. Usually don't have buffering problems, so that's kind of weird. What do you think is a fair price for a Marvel Series 1 box? I'd say anything. I think you can get them for around 700 if you're patient, if not less. The Marvel boxes have really come down because there's nowhere to grade this stuff at right now. And I think a lot of people are holding their breath to see what their PSA submissions come back like. Can you show us the slabs in front of you? You'll see most of those tomorrow. A lot of these, a decent sized stack of these slabs are from a PSA submission I just got back. That video was supposed to drop today, and then the PSA announcement came out, so I pushed that video back tomorrow. So most of those you will see tomorrow. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. Part of this is the PSA submission reveal, and then part of this is just random stuff I had stacked up, getting organized to possibly take to the Canton show on Saturday. Before you know, AI takes over. Yes. Before you know it, we are fighting a war against the PSA grading bots when they take over in the after times. What's up, Justin? Hey, Justin, I don't know if you heard. I'm going to say this again now because there's different people on. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am a guest on Reggie Collects to talk comic book market stuff and the sports card investors invading their territory and their impact on the comic market. So definitely check that out. I linked to it in a post that I made on the YouTube community post thing. So, all right, let me get there. Can you? Revolution always sells for about half a Prism, Morrison. I'm trying to move back down towards the bottom of the chat. What do we think long-term pop counts look like, especially stuff like 2019? I can tell you right now, when it comes to pop count stuff, and I've heard, I'm going to probably do a separate video on this, maybe for Friday. I'm like going to the shows the last couple weeks. A lot of people are trying to move off their base Prism right now, I think. And I partially think that's why the NBA market in general looks deflated, because everyone just looks at base Prism. And I think base Prism is just getting hurt extra hard because I think people are just trying to move off it and into other stuff. And that's why I think you see, like when I do the price comparisons, like Select keeps going up because people are selling off their Prism and moving into lower pop count stuff. If you're going in on like Herbert and LaMelo stuff, I would either be going after Select or Prism or Optic Color. I don't know if you want base Prism anymore, like from a long-term hold perspective. If you're just flipping, it's fine. If you're like buying base Prism now, like, whatever, Kyler Murray, to sell in 3 months, perfectly fine. If you're big on Ja Morant and you want to hold him for years and years and years, I don't know that I want base Prism. I want like the Optic Purple that I have, or Select, or whatever. That's kind of where my headspace has been going lately, is get rid of Prism base and move into other stuff. Thanks, Phil. I would probably piece out KPJ. I mean, you kind of missed your window already to sell at max prices. I don't know what that team looks like next year. And I would be concerned about holding KPJ over the summer in case he does something stupid. So I would at least lock in your profits on a lot of it. And, if you got some really, really nice stuff, hold that in the next season, maybe. PMGs look so nice. Yeah, I thought Rogue, first appearance of Rogue, was pretty expensive, but Bishop's still pretty cheap. I feel like Jubilee's right around 5. Wondering if we could see a short pop, and I hit the scroll wheel and lost my place in chat. Damn it. BGS niche for high-end cards like RPAs and thicker cards. I agree. I think a lot of people will still go to them for like high-end autos that they want graded. Like first Bowman stuff. I think a lot of that market will still go there. Any of that sort of stuff, I could still see it going to BGS. Feelings on Christian Wood. Love his game. He's a great NBA player. I don't think he's a great card market player. The other problem with him is he has like next to no rookie cards. Wrestling sports cards and Novelli Marte. Don't know. If anyone is looking for comic book grails, just hit me up. Look at Panda King out there. Define grails, Panda King. Are you talking like giant size X-Men, or are you talking like ASM 361? Or are you talking like Amazing Fantasy 15? Do you think PSA will make it cheaper to grade through group submitters like other companies when they open back up? I don't know. I don't know that. I think there's like an outside shot. PSA just might not want to deal with group submitters anymore. I could be completely reading that room wrong. Yeah, first Psylocke stuff's pretty reasonably priced, Justin. Yeah, the problem with the Curry MVP thing is there's just too many games behind. Like they're barely 500, I think. Yeah, I think PSA is definitely going to have some sort of limit per account, and I think you're going to have to be a member. I definitely feel something like that coming. The Rock graded stuff's been going insane prices. What's your thoughts on 77 Star Wars? If you're getting into Star Wars cards, that's the set you want to get into. I like buying graded cards on Star Stock, Justin. Selling them is just kind of slow on there, but I think that will pick up as they get more and more users. Listen, I try to drive as many people to Star Stock as possible. It is an absolutely fantastic platform. They have their growing pains for sure, but I don't know. I cannot say enough good things about Star Stock in general. Will you ever cover 96 Marvel Masterpieces? They are the big grails of non-sports cards, $600 a pack right now. I mean, 96 Marvel Masterpieces already got like the respect. You know what I mean? It's so hard to find and it's so expensive. If something crazy happened with it, I would definitely mention it, but it's just, It was out of most people's budgets to begin with. If you're like legit buying, so if you're coming in and you're like, I want to buy Marvel cards as a pure investment piece, 96 Marvel Masterpieces is probably the way to go. That or PMGs. Because those things will hold value long term no matter what. Thoughts on Eternals? Justin is your man on Eternals, Jacob. Justin loves himself some Eternals. I am not on the Eternals hype train, but I know Justin is in chat. Justin talks to me about Eternals about once a week. Did you ever get your graded Marvel cards back? I got the Super Express shipment back. The other 2 orders are both, I have 3 orders out. 2 of them are in QA2 right now. So I should, in theory, be getting those back soon. We'll see. So maybe next week or the week after. I don't know, but I've heard some horror stories of stuff sitting in QA2 forever. So I'm in the last step. One of them, the list has disappeared, which is usually a sign your grades are going to pop any minute, but it's been like that for like 3 days now. So I should have 2 graded card submissions Marvel coming back soon. I'm actually super worried about them. I went back and rewatched the videos and I do not feel confident in those subs anymore, but maybe that's partially because I've been tracking the data on the pop counts on that stuff and most people will be getting hammered on their subs. So I don't feel great. I did see that CGC, the comic grading company, is increasing their prices as well. Okay, bootleg, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, there's Justin with the. I'm a little bit behind on chat compared to where you guys are, so if I'm commenting on things in chat, it's probably like 5 minutes behind you guys. Be honest with us. How much do you have in Baker right now? I have. Let's see. PSA wise, I have in person. I have a Baker Select Premier PSA 10. I have a Baker Select Premier Blue Die Cut to 99 PSA 9. I have a Baker Optic PSA 10. I have a stack of ungraded Baker 2018 Panini Honors numbered stuff, like the classic score and all that stuff. I bought tons of that stuff. Really like the look of those cards. That's more PC than to sell though. On Star Stock, I have 1 PSA 10 Prism and I have 3 PSA 9 Prisms. I would like to buy more, but his prices just jumped. So I feel like, at least from my perspective, the window's closed maybe. But I would still possibly get into more Baker if I could trade into Baker. If that answers your question. Am I buying Jaron Jackson Jr.? I don't think so, because I think they're going to treat him with kid gloves the rest of the season. I could be wrong. Darius Garland will be a good flip for October preseason hype, right? I think so. Darius Garland has gotten a lot better this year. He does not put up the flashy numbers like Sexton does, but I think he's the Darius. I've been saying it forever. I said it before the season started. Darius Garland's the actual better NBA player. Sexton will get more buzz because he's the scorer and hits the big game-winning shots and stuff. But I'm always put the land before the sex when it comes to those two. What is up, Bush League? I mean, CGC's, all the grading companies, regardless of what collectible you're in, are getting hammered right now because that's where all the money is. Always liked Havoc. Underrated character. Whew, that's a big KPJ. The slim down Vlad Guerrero does look pretty good so far. I only have 1 Vlad Guerrero Jr. card. I have 1 Topps Heritage sitting around here somewhere in this pile of nonsense in front of me. I'm not saying Eternals isn't going to be a hit. It's just meh for me. What's your thoughts on Marvel cards lately? All the values in PSA 10s. I don't know much about the other comic grading companies. Like I've never felt a CBCS or PGX slab in my hands. I've only just bought CGC. The only reason KPJ got the COVID protocol pause was because he got in a fight trying to protect Sterling Brown from getting his ass kicked. Christian Wood does kind of look like Scottie Pippen. I never really thought of that before. Oh God, Darkhawk One Talk. Take that stuff to Facebook. Moses Brown on OKC is a DFS monster. I feel like I missed the window on Young Avengers #1, Justin. And I just spent $1,200 on Luca. Yeah, those are some pretty good grails, Panda King. I may have to hit you up. I am in the market for... Well, I can't afford any of that stuff right now. I would really like an ASM 300, but a 9.8 just sold for like 6.5K or something stupid. I'm not big on Terapeak, Grant. I saw they put that out. The problem with Terapeak is it doesn't filter data well. And you're not going to get like comparison tools and everything. A crappy version of Market Movers, I feel like, is giving Terapeak too much credit. It's like a better version of 130 point, basically. Here's the thing about the PSA backlog, Appleman. They don't need to actually clear the backlog. They just need to get semi caught up to open things back up again. If you think they're getting the 0 cards before they open the doors back up again, that's just not like gonna happen. I mean, is it too late to get on Young Avengers? I think you could buy in at this price point at around 1,200 or whatever it's going for and still be okay, because all it takes is like a legit announcement, or it could spike just based off Kate Bishop alone again. And I feel like they're going to keep sprinkling those characters in, and every time they give that breadcrumb trail, it's probably going to go up another couple $100. It's just getting it at a $1,200 price point is more difficult than getting in when it was 500, because it takes a bigger commitment. But I think buying Young Avengers at around $1,000, maybe it doesn't go up that much, but I don't think it's going down that much. PSA wants to serve the elite. PSA wants to be Apple. Do you think PSA is still the go? Yeah, PSA is still the go-to for anything remotely high-end. Curry will get MVP consideration, but he won't win it. He'll finish like second or third or fourth. I agree, big boy cards. Masterpieces and PMGs are like courtside's field levels. CGC expanded their operations and raised their prices. I am not big on the Topps Project 70 or Project 2020. Would you sell a Zion PSA 10 Prism right now or hold at the beginning of next season for the most gains? Personally, I would probably just sell it now and use the money on something else. It's just a long time to sit on a Zion. That's just me, though. It depends. If you're going to sell now, have a plan for the money. If you're going to hold, just realize there's probably not a ton of risk, but it could dip down pretty hard if they get eliminated or don't even make the playoffs. And anytime you're asking the question, should I sell X? Your first question to yourself should be, what am I going to do with the money? And do I need the money? Have a plan with the money before you go to sell something. Should I be getting my 90 Wolverine hologram back soon? I sent it. Those holograms are tough grades. Thank you. I love podcasts. It's the G.I. Joe box is still sitting next to me. Untouched. I have no the only card I have that I would hold for 10 plus years is and this is more because it's PC, my LeBron Chalk Toss, which is only a PSA 9. It's not that big of a card. And probably the Luka I just bought. Which the Luka I just bought, it's not like a crazy silver Luka. It's a $1,200 Luka card, but it's a low pop count $1,200 Luka card. I won't spoil it because I'll do a video on it when I get it. But I bought a low population count. Well, you guys could probably put this together pretty easily. A low population count Luka PSA 10 rookie card this week. Should be here Friday, I think. I've been trying to stay away from modern stuff, Eddie, as much as possible. I just assume Charles Fuchs has all the Marvel cards. Guy has some epic PMGs. Select blaster prices hold at 150. I haven't been paying too close attention to the sealed wax market because I never buy it. It'll probably spike back up a little bit once they are not in stores anymore. Thanks, Grant. Yeah, but ASM 299 doesn't have a cool cover. A big part of the reason I like buying comic books is because they're great display pieces. I think Marvel 90 Universe, if the prices fall just a little bit more, buying sealed wax, I think, is not the worst play in the world. It could bite you in the ass, though. Can you add your Pokemon collection manually in the market movers? I don't think you can yet. There's a problem with that. I saw something in the Discord about trying to add it in. I don't have any Pokemon cards, so I haven't tried. Leon Rock, we don't know if select retail made any impact yet. It's way too soon to tell. Excuse me. That's going to be one of those things we might not know for a year till we start seeing pop counts and stuff come back. Acuna to the moon. I agree, Anthony. I actually, I have 3 first Bowman Chromes on Star Stock, PSA 10s. I sold one yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Oh, it was early this morning. For $590, I think it was, and I paid $450 for it. So that was a nice $120-some profit. I have one more on there I listed for, I think, just over $600, which is about what they're selling for on eBay. And then the third one, I think I'm going to send home and kind of free roll it. I'll be into it for like $100. So I think I'm going to send that one home and hold on to it for a while. Stolb Beeb may have guessed the correct answer on the Luka. Will Genomit produce less PSA 10s and more PSA 9s? I don't think we know yet because we don't know exactly how they're using the software. I've seen that speculation a lot, but I am not 100% sure. We just don't know. Someone's always not happy. Super Express should be turning. Is Top Shot dead or a buy? I have never been a Top Shot believer. The only reason I'm in on Top Shot is for the free money. I will keep you in mind, Panda King, for all my comic needs. Yeah, everyone guessed that Lucas Select Premier level was the buy. Population count on it's like 500. National in July/August, yes or no? Boy, I really want it to be because I have a good hotel room already for it. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a no. I think they almost are sure it's going to be a no, and they were just getting that out there to soften the ground. I don't know what necessarily takes Star Stock to the next level. I just think a lot of people don't. There's a lot of people that don't even know that it exists. I was at the card show a month ago talking about it with some people, and they're like, "Wait, what? Like, I've heard about Star Stock, but like, what is it?" There's a lot of people that just don't even know what Star Stock is. I do not use any eBay auction sniper software, so I could not recommend one. I've never used one. Will PSA start issuing subgrades now? No, I don't think PSA will change their grades. Oh my God, I caught up on chat, but I think I cheated. After watching the History Channel, I'm stocking up on anything to barter. The trick with that, big boy, is we're just all dead from natural causes before that actually happens. I don't meet the requirements for the Top Shot premium pack. I didn't have 15 moments in my account. And I don't hold any rares, so I got screwed on that one. I'm going to throw this out there as a friendly reminder because I'm probably going to wrap here soon. I don't exactly know how long I've been going for. Not quite an hour yet, but I got some other stuff I need to do before the Reggie Collect show tonight. So I'm going to throw this out there again for a third time, and then we'll wrap up with any last questions. I will be on Reggie Collect's YouTube channel tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Highly recommend checking his channel out. It is a very, very good comic book channel. I will be on there talking about sports card people invading the comic book markets, essentially. So tune in for that later this evening to get more comic book takes from me. Probably a lot of stuff you guys and girls have heard already, but never know where the chat will take us. All right, let's get caught up on the last couple questions. Yeah, there was an announcement saying that by June 1st, they'll know if it's for sure happening in Chicago or not. I mean, I'm only out like a partial cancellation fee on a hotel room if it gets moved. It's not the end of the world. I didn't have plane tickets because I could drive to Chicago in 6 hours, so I was just planning on driving. I spent over 99 on moments because I bought a couple to complete a challenge. I got a bunch of moments out of packs that were for challenges. So I completed the Mike Conley challenge just for shits and giggles. So I've spent 99, but I didn't have the 15 moments. I only have 10 moments. I will be on there later tonight, Charles. When the doomsday hits, you'll need the comic books to burn for warmth. If I was buying 90 Marvel cards, it would be sealed wax, not singles. I watched some of Very Gary's stuff. I really like Reggie. Reggie just seems like a cool, non-hype up stuff dude, and that's the kind of channels that I like to watch. That's why I like Swoggle too, because he's just kind of a chill dude. I did not try to get any of the top stuff today. I have a bunch of Wolverines at PSA. We won't even care about doing that in the Doomsday. Hi, guy. All right, boys and girls, I am going to sneak on out of here. I would have gone longer, but like I said, I have another appearance later this evening, so I need to save some juice for that one. Smash like buttons, all that stuff. You guys know the drill. And we will catch all of you on the next one. Tomorrow morning's video is a PSA submission reveal. So if you want to see what this big stack of slabs is and how I did. I got my ass kicked. Spoilers. Watch tomorrow morning's video. It's all NBA. NBA PSA sub came back. So if you are curious how I did, watch that video tomorrow. And we'll catch. Hopefully you guys can check out Reggie Collects tonight at 10 p.m. Other than that, I'm out. Have a good night, guys and girls. Peace.